Hey y'all, it's officially day 12, I believe, and today we're discussing the 1% rule or just progress overall on how small improvements can create a big difference. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to improve their lives is believing that change has to be dramatic. We think transformation comes from sudden breakthroughs of extreme effort or radical decisions. James Clear in Atomic Habits challenged this idea with a simple but powerful principle, the 1% progress rule. I'm currently at like the middle of this book, and the idea is really straightforward. If you improve by just 1% each day, those small improvements compound over time. What feels insignificant in the moment becomes extraordinary when sustained. A single push up, one page read, a 5-minute walk, or one better decision might not feel like progress, but repeated consistently, these actions reshape out- outcomes and identity. Mathematically, the effect is striking. Improving by 1% each day for a year results in nearly a 37-fold improvement. The opposite is also true. Getting 1% worse, getting 1% worse each day leads to gradual decline. The danger is both growth and decay often happen invisibly. Most people don't fail suddenly. They drift slowly in the wrong direction. In the book, we have a clear and a good example of a plane. Let's say that we were to take a flight from Los Angeles to New York. If the pilot of the plane decides to shift the nose of the airplane even just about 3.5 degrees south, we would we would to end up in Washington D.C. other than New York. This is where the 1% rule becomes so powerful. It shifts focus away from results and toward progress. Instead of asking, how far am I from my goal? The question becomes, what is one small improvement I can make today? That shift reduces pressure and increases consistency. When progress feels manageable, people are far more likely to continue. James Clear also introduces the idea of the plateau of latent potential, where progress often happens beneath the surface before it becomes visible. I'll find some examples in a second. People give up not because they aren't improving, but because they don't see immediate results. The 1% rule teaches patience, trusting that effort compounds even when evidence is not yet obvious. Cancer, for example, can spend 80% of its life undetectable, then takes over the body in months. The same can be said for bamboo, where bamboo can barely be seen for the first 5 years as it builds extensive root systems underground before exploding 90 feet into the air within just 6 weeks. Perhaps the most important aspect of this principle is identity. Every small action is a vote for the type of person that you are becoming. Choosing a healthier meal reinforces the identity of someone who values health. Showing up to work on a difficult day reinforces reliability. These small votes accumulate into self belief And change does not begin with motivation, it begins with repeated behavior. The beauty of the 1% rule is that it removes the need for perfection. You don't need to overhaul your life. You don't need to be exceptional today. You only need to be slightly better than yesterday. Over time, those marginal gains create momentum, confidence, and lasting transformation. The real question is not whether small actions matter, they do. The question is whether you are willing to trust small progress long enough for it to reveal its power. Because in the end, sustainable growth is not built through intensity, but through consistency. This was day 12. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.